Welcome to an overview of the Cherokee removal investigation. In this investigation, you're trying to figure out how to respond to the question, what is an important cause of the Trail of Tears that people should know about today? Today, as you begin learning about the Cherokee removal, instead of memorizing names and dates from a textbook, which is really hard and not particularly interesting, you will instead read and hear several different perspectives. You'll discuss with your classmates, and then make your own decision about what it all means. Read, Inquire, Write lessons are called investigations. Throughout each investigation, you're looking for evidence to figure out how to respond to a central question. You'll notice that our investigations never say answer a central question. Instead, you'll hear us ask you to respond to a central question. That's because we believe there is not one right answer. There could be multiple answers. So we want you to respond to the question with evidence. Read, Inquire, Write investigations support you in building a case for your argument using evidence and reasoning. Over time, this kind of work will strengthen your reading, writing, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills. In this investigation, you're trying to respond to the central question, what is an important cause of the Trail of Tears that people should know about today? But first, what was the Trail of Tears? The Trail of Tears refers to the march that 17,000 Cherokee were forced to make. The U.S. government forced the Cherokee to leave their homes, and 4,000 Cherokee died on this march. This experience is known as the Trail of Tears. You will learn more about this during our investigation. Today, the National Park Service has put up signs at important locations along the Trail of Tears. However, there is no sign that talks about why the Trail of Tears happened. The National Park Service and the Cherokee people want a sign in Georgia that discusses the cause of the Trail of Tears. What do you think? What is an important cause of the Trail of Tears that should be included on the sign? What cause should people visiting the site know about? Your task in this investigation is to choose one important cause of the Trail of Tears. Make an argument for why it should be on the sign in Georgia, and write your argument so that you can send it to help the National Park Service prepare the sign. Include your claim, evidence, and discuss the reliability of the sources, and respond to someone who holds a different point of view. As part of this investigation, you will write a counter-argument. In this type of argument, the writer takes a strong position in response to a question or problem, providing evidence and reasoning to back up the claim. Then, the writer introduces a different point of view, also known as a counter-argument, and critiques it. In other words, the writer shows why the counter-argument is weak. Our investigation will guide you step by step in developing your counter-argument. Let's review those steps now. First, you'll begin by building background. You'll learn more about the Trail of Tears and the route the Cherokee marched. Next, your teacher will provide you with different sources to read about the Cherokee removal. You'll use these sources to determine what's an important cause of the Trail of Tears. To help you read these sources, your teacher will provide you with this bookmark. The Bookmark Tool will help you understand, analyze, and evaluate sources about the Cherokee removal. The bookmark prompts you to make annotations or detailed notes about the sources. You'll do this as you read and after you read. For example, here you can see that a student has circled important information about the people discussed in this source. The student also made notes about what those circles mean. You will do the same on your sources, and the Bookmark Tool will guide you. Making these annotations is really important because they will help you remember key ideas in the sources. This way, you don't have to try to remember everything or have to reread everything later. Instead, these annotations will make it easier to write your letter to the National Park Service. In step 3, you will weigh the evidence presented in the sources about the Cherokee removal. You will begin by sorting the sources based on your understanding. Then you will construct and discuss the arguments based on what you have learned from these sources. Then in step 4, you will read and analyze a mentor text similar to the type of essay you will write about the Cherokee removal. A mentor text is a sample of writing that shows you one way to organize and write a counter-argument essay. It includes important parts such as counterclaim, counter-evidence, and critique of the counter-argument. It's a good example of the way you can structure your own response about the Cherokee removal. Just remember that the mentor text is not exactly what you'll write, and it is not a source. The mentor text is one example of what your essay might look like. Next, you'll use the planning graphic organizer. The graphic organizer is like a roadmap for your essay. It helps you organize your ideas about which sources are most reliable for learning about the Cherokee removal. And it will prompt you to give evidence and reasoning to support your argument as well as a counter-argument. You will use all of the work you've done so far to help you develop this roadmap. You'll look at your annotated sources and you'll determine what argument you think is strongest and then make decisions to plan the essay you'll write. Then in step 6, you're ready to write your letter and respond to the central question: what is an important cause of the Trail of Tears that people should know about today? Be sure to use the sources you have read to write your response and create the strongest argument. We know it's sometimes difficult to start writing. That's why we also include a useful language tool. You can look at this tool to choose from examples of how to start your claim, evidence, reasoning, as well as your language for your counter-argument. Finally, after you have spent some time writing, pause to use the reflection tool. The reflection tool will help you review what you have written so far and set goals for your next steps. The reflection tool reminds you what to conclude in your argument. Let's review quickly the 7 steps you'll take throughout this investigation. First, make connections and build background. Second, read and analyze sources using the Bookmark Tool. Third, weigh the evidence. Fourth, analyze the mentor text. Fifth, complete the planning graphic organizer, deciding on the argument you will make. Sixth, use the useful language tool as you draft your essay. Seventh, review and improve your essay using the reflection tool. As you work through the investigation, make sure to talk with your classmates and others who can support you as you learn about and respond to the central question: what is an important cause of the Trail of Tears that people should know about today? Good luck!